Hi everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to be testing out some new products. Not all of them are actually new launches. Some of them are, but also some of them are products that were sent to me in PR that I haven't gotten a chance to try out yet, and I just wanted to try everything out with you on camera today. There are some categories where I have to use products that I already have because I just don't have anything new there to share, but everything else is going to be new. So let's just get started. The first product is this Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin 10 out of 10 Barrier Boost Plumping Serum. I actually have the product information right here that I can read out to you. It's a milky, lightweight gel serum formulated to revive your skin, clinically proven to deeply hydrate, plump and smooth fine lines, improve skin barrier, and reduce the appearance of redness in pores, instantly and over time from the very first application. Wow, that just sounds like everything my skin needs. So let's just try it out together. I guess I'll just apply it to my skin the way I normally apply their Yummy Skin primer. Just like that. Ooh. Okay. This has a very similar feeling to the Yummy Skin primers that I always use, but I would say maybe this is a little bit thicker, just slightly more creamy, whereas the other Yummy Skin primers usually feel more serum-y and gel-like. This one is maybe just a little bit more hydrating, which makes sense because of what they're claiming to do. I usually focus most of the primer on my cheeks because I feel like my forehead doesn't need any extra hydration before I put on my makeup. The next product is actually for the lips. This is the Fui 1 Minute Ready Lip Serum. So it's supposed to be a lip serum that you put on your lips 1 minute before you have to apply any kind of lip product, and it's supposed to prep your lips. I'm just gonna let it marinate on my lips while I'm doing my makeup, and we'll just test it out together. Okay, it's like a very creamy texture. Ooh, it feels really nice. Do you see how it went on kind of milky? But as soon as I just blended my lips together, it just turned clear. It feels really nice on the lips. Okay, we'll just see what happens. My lips were pretty chapped to begin with. And then now onto the complexion. I don't have any foundation or concealer to show you guys today, so this is one that I already know I love. This is the Ilia Skin Rewind Complexion Stick. I'm just going to blend this. Oh, why is it pilling? Well, that is not, oh my God, do you see that? That is not what normally happens with this foundation. Maybe it can't go together with this primer, or it could be because I am doing my makeup at 1:15 in the afternoon right now, and so I had my skincare on for many hours already. Well, luckily I could just kind of rub away all of the little pilling bits so I don't have to restart my entire base. But maybe on this side I will press it into the skin instead of brushing it. Okay, this is so much better. I guess I just have to press this into the skin. Okay, yeah, that looks a lot better. Wait, I just realized it's still pilling. I mean, I'm just gonna keep doing my makeup. I don't really have anywhere too important to go later. I'm just running some errands, but this is definitely not ideal. Maybe it's the combination of the two products. Let's just see what happens. I'm just gonna leave my base there. I just wanted to even out a little bit of the redness on my skin. And now I will add some redness back into my skin with this Makeup Forever Artist Color Crayon in the shade Peachy Coral. I'll just add a tiny bit to the tops of my cheeks, and then I'm just going to stamp it onto my skin. I really love the Makeup Forever Artist Color Crayon series that they're kind of like riding the high of, because the success of the Artist Color pencil liners, they're just doing so well. And I love that they're just multi-purpose products and you can kind of be your own artist and use them wherever you want to use them. It just makes makeup so fun. So I really like this blush. I feel like it's a perfect summery peachy color. Now I'm gonna go in with some concealer. This is the Makeup Forever HD Skin Full Cover Concealer. I'm just gonna add a small dot right there, here, and on my chin. And then we'll just do a little bit of spot concealing. And then I'm just blending this in. I'm just gonna be pressing in my complexion products for the rest of this video just because I'm scared of my base pilling more. I'll definitely have to let you guys know an update on the primer and how it works for me. Maybe I needed to let it sit on my skin a little bit longer. I already know that I love this concealer, so that looks good to me. I'm just gonna do some spot concealing with my concealer pencil from the Sam, coloring in any little red spots that I have. I honestly feel like I'm just photoshopping my skin. It's obviously totally optional. I just like having a very perfected base, so that's why I do this, but you obviously do not have to do that. And then before we move on to the next new product, I'm just gonna take a little bit of my Kosas Cloud Set and just gently set my under eyes and the front parts of my cheeks and also my forehead and my chin. So the next new product that I want to test out is this Judy Doll Highlight and Contour. These are the shades that are in here. I'm actually going to go back with my powder brush and pick up a little bit of this brightening yellow shade right here. And I'm just gonna put this right in this little space here near my eye, but not directly under. I feel like if you bring too much brightness too close to your eye, it makes your eyes look a little bit swollen. And that's definitely not the look that I'm going for. So I'm just gonna pat it in right here. And I feel like it just brightens up my skin. Like it just makes my complexion look extra bright. I'm gonna put a little bit right here in the center of my forehead too. And then I'm just gonna take a little bit down the front of my nose, just like the top of it, and also my chin. Wait, is it just me or did that just brighten up my face so much? I feel like I look so awake. I'm definitely not feeling too awake. I'm a little tired today, but I feel like my makeup is looking great. So now I'll go into some of these deeper shades and I'm going to use it as a contour and bronzer today. I'm going to use the very tip of this fluffy brush and I'm going to go into this lighter contour shade and then I'm just going to tap it in the hollows of my cheeks. I could go for a smaller brush, but I feel like I'm just showing you that you can use, your tools multiple different ways. I am just fitting it right in the hollows of my cheeks. And do you see how it's just diffusing the powder perfectly? Because even though the product is kind of focused in the center of the brush, the other bristles around it help to blend it as you tap it into your skin. So that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm just tapping it into my temples to help add a little bit of dimension. And then I'm gonna use the fluffy part and I'm just gonna roll it in the deeper shade and a little bit in the contour shade, tap off any excess, and then I'm just going to go around the perimeters of my face. I've seen a lot of Korean makeup artists do this because it just helps to make your face look more dimensional and it just brings the light to the center of your face while the perimeters of your face are a little bit more contoured. For highlight today, I'm not gonna use the one that's in this palette because I have another highlighter that I wanna use, which is the Chanel Balm Essential. Essential? I don't know how to say it. Anyways, it's a multi-use glow stick and this is in the shade Cute, which I got at the most recent Chanel event that I attended. This is such a pretty lilac-y pink color. I'm just gonna pick it up with my middle finger right here and then I'm going to tap it onto the skin. Yep. And it just adds such a beautiful glow. I feel like for a few years, highlighter was out, but I just feel like, at least to me, highlighter is definitely back. I just feel like it adds such a healthy look to your skin and it really just makes your skin look so youthful and juicy and like you have an amazing skincare routine. I'm gonna go in with this eyeshadow brush and I'm gonna go back into the contour. I forgot to do this just now. I'm just gonna do a little bit of nose contour. Just gonna go down the sides of my nose. And I like to connect my contour to my eyebrows because it just makes it look way more natural. And if I were to have a more contoured, defined nose, that would naturally be where the shadow exists. And I'm just running a little bit right under my brows as well. That again just helps to add to the illusion that I have a slightly more defined nose. Now for eyeshadow today, I have this Guerlain palette. This is Honey Amber. And the shades are so pretty and I feel like it's so suitable for spring. I'm definitely leaning towards these softer, warmer colors. But I also have this eyeshadow palette from Danessa Marix and the colors are a little crazier, but I could definitely still make something work with this. So I think, what should I go for today? I think today I'll just go for the Guerlain palette. I'm gonna start by applying this shade all over my eyelids. So I'm just taking this eyeshadow brush and I'm gonna pick up a little bit of this shade, tap off the excess, and then I'm just going to do a soft wash of this all over the lids. I love that it has a little bit of this pearlescent finish, so it's not totally matte. Do you see that subtle difference between my two eyes? This is such a pretty eyeshadow shade. It kind of reminds me of a warmer version of MAC's All That Glitters eyeshadow, if you guys remember. That was a classic eyeshadow to have back in like 2016. Or earlier. Yeah, that is a really pretty eyeshadow shade. And then I'm gonna take this pointed eyeshadow brush and I'm gonna go into this deeper brown. And then I'm going to draw this right across my lash line like that. And it'll basically be an alternative to eyeliner for me. I love my eyeliner, but sometimes I do find it a little harsh, and creating a very soft wing with eyeshadow can just make it look a little less harsh, and it'll still define your eyes, but it just looks softer. So that's it for the eyeshadow. Now I'm gonna go in with my lash curler, and I'm just going to curl my eyelashes. I like to do the front, and then I like to do the back, and then I'll do one big clamp just to make sure everything looks uniform. And then for mascara, I have this Can Make Tokyo Goku Buto mascara in the shade black, and we're going to use this together. I think I used this once already, but I kind of forgot what I thought of it, so we are testing it out again today. It has a slightly curved wand, but it's not super curved. But actually it's still really helping to lift my lashes, but it's not smudging on my eyelids. This is definitely a lengthening mascara and not necessarily a volumizing one. So this is what my lashes are looking like now. I feel like it's a very natural lash, and I like it. I think it would be good for those of you who want a more natural effect. If you're looking for a lot of volume and thickness, this might not be the mascara for you. Now moving on to the lips, we have this lip marker. It's the new Texture Liquid Lip Shaper in the shade Toffee, and it's like a really thick lip marker. I'm gonna use it as a lip liner today. Ooh, let's check in on the lips actually. It's feeling very soft, wow. My lips were definitely dry to begin with. I definitely had a little bit of dead skin on, but it doesn't feel like I have any dead skin on my lips anymore. My lips feel super soft, and I just wiped away any excess of the lip balm. There wasn't much left anyway, but I just didn't want it to disrupt with the marker and clog up the tip. So, ooh, it smells like Skittles. That smells so yummy. I'm just gonna outline my lips. And then I'm stamping it across the top of my lips. I find that the easiest way to line my lips without overdoing it. Ooh, this is really easy to use. Just like that, my lips are lined. We will see how long this lasts. Maybe I'll let you know right here if it lasts or not. But so far, I really like this color. It's a very like neutral brown, and it just makes my lips look a little bit fuller and more defined. Now for lip color, we have two options here, and I haven't decided which one I want to use yet. They are the Violette FR Lip Nectar, and they just sent me the two new shades from them. One is Amarante Noir, and the other one is Suki Dotom. I don't know how to say it. Anyway, I'm just gonna look up some quick swatches of the two new shades and see which one I want to go for today. Ooh, okay. So they're both quite dark. Oh, hi. Okay. Pops? Poppy's a very cuddly cat. She's usually Velcroed to either me or my husband, and it's so cute. Anyway, okay, back to the colors. I think I'm gonna go for, I know I just did a cool toned makeup look, but I think a lot of the tones on me today are a little warm. They're a little bit more peachy and golden looking, so I think I'm gonna go with the warmer shade, which is this shade. Let's try it on together. I already know I like this formula. I always use the shade Batiste because it's like my favorite everyday rosy pink color. So I'm gonna do a light layer of this because I know that if you do too many layers, it will build up and it will stain your lips all day. Like you just won't be able to get rid of the stains. So I think I'm just gonna do a light layer. Yep. In person, I feel like these colors are super cohesive, so I hope it's coming across that way on camera as well. This is actually a really pretty sheer red. In the viewfinder right now, it looks like I'm wearing a super deep red, and I hope it doesn't come off like that in the video, but in person, it's a really pretty sheer cherry pink. It's not as warm toned as I thought it was going to be, which is good because I feel like a warm toned red will kind of make my teeth look kind of yellow, and I feel like my teeth look pretty white still, so that's good. Anyway, this is the finished look. I think overall I'm pretty impressed with the products that I tried today. I'm definitely super excited to continue trying this Judy Doll highlighter and contour palette. I feel like the highlighter made such a big difference, and it's like a matte highlighter, so it's not going to add any shine or shimmer on the skin, but it just helps to brighten and add dimension to my face. I'll definitely continue trying out this primer. I love the Danessa Myricks skin prep products, so I feel like I should really like this too. It might just be a bad combination with this foundation stick in particular because this is a more matte foundation stick. Maybe that was, you know, my bad. Like I probably should have just used a skin tint or used their skin tint because I know that, you know, products from the same brand will usually work together pretty well. So I'll keep you posted on this. I feel like it's pretty hard to go wrong with a cream blush. This is just a very classic cream blush formulation. Do I think you need to run out and buy this now? I don't think so. If you already have a cream blush in your collection, you probably don't need this unless you're looking for a specific shade that this formula has. But yeah, I mean, the cream blush looks fine on my cheeks. This highlighter I already know I love. The pink shade doesn't really come across too obvious on my cheeks. I feel like it's more just the shine that it gives. If you already have one of these sticks, you probably don't need another. The formula of these eyeshadows were really easy to use on my eyelids. They look very luminous and glowy. They didn't come across patchy at all, and you saw how easy it was for me to just create this metallic looking shadow liner effect. And yeah, they're just perfectly pigmented, easy to use. I don't think they're anything super special either, and this is not a cheap eyeshadow palette. I did receive this in PR, but obviously if you're looking to treat yourself and there's an eyeshadow quad that you really like the colors of, then maybe you can consider trying this out too. For the mascara, I'll update you guys with how well the mascara wears on me because a lot of mascaras smudge. That's why I have an entire mascara showdown format that I do on my Instagram because I just feel like I'm definitely not alone with the problem that I have because I feel like a lot of people really like that series. I'll let you guys know what I think about this, but so far I like the natural effect that it gives my lashes. And then for this lip serum, I'll definitely continue testing this out. It does seem like a good lip balm alternative if you are about to do your makeup and your lips are really dry. You need something to quickly hydrate and moisturize your lips before you apply whatever lip products you use. It definitely works super fast. I'll let you guys know if I feel any long-term moisturizing effects on my lips after using this product, but so far I do think it's a great product, especially if you are going to be using a matte lipstick. Maybe this would be a good lip prep product to try because I feel like it'll just really help to exfoliate and remove any dryness from your lips so that the matte product will stay on your lips a little bit better and also look smoother on the lips. This lip marker, I feel like it just helps to define my lips. There's nothing super special about it. If you don't have any other lip marker, this seems to be a good option to try. It does have a really thick tip, and maybe it's because they're expecting some people to want to fill in your entire lips with it. That's definitely not going to be the way that I use it. This will definitely just be like a lip contour for me, and I'll let you guys know how long this lasts. In terms of the lip nectar, this is a great formula. It's very similar to K-Beauty lip tints. I think a lot of the K-Beauty colors can come off a little bit too pastel or too bright, whereas the Violette products have a little bit more of like a Western take on the shades, and they're much more nuanced. But yeah, I am very impressed with most of these products that I used today. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Let me know if you have any ideas for upcoming videos that I should film. I'm going to be batch filming a bunch of videos because I'm going to be traveling a lot in the next few months. So I would love to know what kind of videos you want to see. I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.